guys, so I wanted to do a really fresh, glowing summer look using all of the new products from my last video. So it's kind of just a tutorial just using those products so you can kind of see how they look and how they work and how I would use them on a everyday sort of basis, if that makes sense. So yeah, this is my everyday fresh summer tutorial and let's just jump right into it. Oh, also, by the way, I got a new kitten. Her name is Luna. Say hi. Hi, Luna. I adopted her from the shelter. She's about, I'm gonna put her down. She's about 8 weeks old, so she's still really, really young. And I'm so excited because I've been talking about getting a kitten for so long. And I travel a lot and I didn't want to I don't want to say abandon, but I didn't want to, have to keep sending her to like, what are those things called? Like those little babysitter shelter things. I didn't want to keep doing that, so I just wanted to wait for a time where I knew I was going to be home for a little while so she can kind of get used to me before I jet off somewhere else. So yeah, that's Luna. You'll see a lot more of her. She is crazy, kept me up all night. Do kittens sleep? I don't know. I don't think they do, but yeah, so we're just gonna jump into the tutorial. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the Hydrate and Glow. This is from the Estee Edit. So it's this sort of illuminating bronzing gel. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of that on. So my kitten, basically, she kept me up all night. She slept maybe like 2 hours at a time, and then she just will wake up and then wanna play. And I'm like, oh my God, is this what kittens do? I can't remember. I haven't had a kitten in 15 years. So I'm like, oh my God, do they sleep during the night or? So right now my skin is not doing its best, which is good. Well, not good, but not bad, but I can actually show you the coverage of the Milk skin tint. So this is the Milk Makeup Sunshine Skin Tint SPF 30, and I'm gonna use the shade, which one's darker? I'm gonna use medium, tan. This one's Honey. It's a little bit light for me right now. So it's a roller ball and it's made out of antibacterial silver. So you basically just pump it and then the foundation comes out of here and then you can just roll it on to your skin. So it gives you a really nice sort of healthy glow. It doesn't cover too much of your skin. So what I will say though is if you are really oily, you're gonna want to either powder really well or you may want to skip this foundation if you don't like the dewy finish of it because it is super dewy, yes? So I'm just gonna take this Expert Face Brush from Real Techniques and I'm just going to sort of pat that into my skin. So you can see it's super glossy, super dewy. So like I said, if you are oily, you may or may not want to skip this one if you don't like that type of shine. What is going on? I wish you guys could see what's going on in the background. Like, how could one little kitten make so much commotion? All right, so I'm gonna use a little bit of concealer and I'm using a mixture between tan and medium tan in the Too Faced Born This Way concealers. So I like these. It definitely gives me a good amount of coverage without feeling too heavy, and it's really moisturizing. It has, or hydrating actually, I should say. It has coconut water in there. So I mixed the two together because they don't have my exact shade. I might mix a little bit. I might put a little bit of tan just here where I have some blemishes. Tan works really well for my skin tone, but it's a little bit dark for my under eye area. Just here in around the nose where I get redness, and then any other random spots. And then I'm just gonna take the same brush and I'm just gonna pat that in. Kind of just tapping. Yes. And don't mind my hair. I'm like in the process of like thinking of a hair tutorial to do next. So just disregard this. Okay, so I look really shiny right now. Like, look at that. I don't have a new powder, so I'm just gonna use my Laura Mercier translucent as always. And we'll just take a fluffy powder brush, Real Techniques also. And I'm just gonna put this in the areas where I don't wanna be shiny. I'm gonna leave a little bit of the shine because I think that works really well as like a natural sort of highlight in a way, you know? Nice, dewy, fresh skin. So I'm basically just doing the T-zone area and anywhere I concealed, but I'm gonna leave this area pretty powder-free. And then I'm just gonna go here where I'm gonna add a little bit of the bronzer, so that way it blends really well and it doesn't get patchy. So the bronzer I'm using, this is the Barris bronzer from the Estee Edit, and it looks like this. It's a nice, rich, warm, cinnamony bronzer. So I love this shade because I can't normally find a lot of bronzers that apply and still show up really well on my skin. So taking, this is an It Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe wand ball powder brush, and I'm gonna use that to apply the bronzer. So I'm not doing it like a contour, I'm kind of just applying it to my cheeks kind of how I would a blush. And then just going up into the forehead, just to give your skin that really nice, natural warmth, like you've been in the sun. And then I'll just take the brush that I use for my foundation to blend that in and make sure that it's not patchy and it's pretty seamless. So I think that looks pretty good without going overboard. And then I'm going to take a little bit of a highlighter. This is from the Anastasia Glow Kit in Sun Dipped. And I'm going to take, which one am I going to take? So I'm taking a little bit of this one and Tourmaline. I think this one's Moonstone. I can't see the words from right here, but yeah, Moonstone and Tourmaline. And I'm just going to apply that tops of cheekbones, under brow bone, nose, anywhere I want highlight. And I'm not going overboard since my skin's already pretty dewy in that area. If necessary, take a brush just to pat that in, blend that in. Oh, and this brush, this is a Tarte, doesn't say, but it's a Tarte dual-ended brush. Okay, and then brow bone. Okay, so for brows, I'm gonna use the new Ka-Brow. So this is from Benefit. This is in shade 4, and it comes with a brush. I'll just use the brush that it comes with. I'll show you guys that you can definitely use the brush that it comes with. So it's like a pomade, and then I'm just gonna dip the brush into the pomade. So very similar to Anastasia Dip Brow, but I find that this one actually sets into place. You can sleep in it and it won't come off, which is a plus. So I'm just gonna use that to fill in my brows. So is anyone doing anything really fun for 4th of July? My best friend is coming into town. So I finally won't be lonely for a holiday. That'll be my first holiday in LA that is not lonely. That's pretty sad, right? I'm excited. I haven't seen her in so long. She's my crazy friend. She's not my crazy friend, but we get into crazy trouble together. Like, I feel like separately we don't get into trouble, but when we get together, she just scaled my bed. But when we get together, so yeah, if you want to see our adventures together, follow me on my Snapchat, because that's where I basically live. I live on Snapchat. I don't use Insta so much anymore. I'll post every now and then, but Insta's not as fun. I love Snapchat because it's easy to just post and nobody comments, nobody likes, and it's just smooth, okay? It's just smooth. I don't want them to look like stenciled on perfectly, so we're gonna leave that. I think that's good enough. It's better than before. And we're gonna move on to eyeshadow. So I'm using the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. Look how nasty. Anyway, the colors are absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to take, this is a Smashbox number 3 brush, and I'm gonna take Golden Ochre. So it's this shade right here. This is gonna be like my base shades. That way everything blends on my eyelid really, really nicely. So I'm just gonna pat that on. Perfect color for my skin tone. Hi. Okay, so once I have that shade on, I'm gonna take a more narrow brush. This is from Zoeva. It's a Luxe Defined Crease Brush 224. And I'm going to take Warm Taupe. So it's this shade right here. That's gonna go in my crease. And I'm just going to lightly carve out my socket with that. So I'm taking Red Ochre. So I'm gonna take the same Zoeva brush and I'm dipping that into Red Ochre. And I'm just applying this to the very outer part of my eye. I just wanna give a little bit of warmth without being too overbearing. This is like I said, this is an everyday tutorial. I'm not trying to be your glamazon. With my finger, I'm going to take a little bit of Primavera and I'm just going to apply that to the eyelid. And that's just going to give a little bit of glossiness. And then I'm also going to take that into the inner corner of my eye with my pinky. And that's just going to help to brighten that area up a little bit. I can't not do this trick. I didn't get any new brown liners, but I'm gonna take this one from Lancome. It's an art liner in brown. Hello, those, don't play with those. Hey! Oh. Okay, so just take any brown liquid liner. That'll work. And just line the outer corner of your eye. I'm still planning on doing the drugstore video, so I just need to book a time for the videographer to come with me to the drugstore so we can pick out the products and I can film me picking out the products and why I chose the products that I did and just, you know. So that I'm still working on. That's happening, don't worry. I don't have a new mascara, so I'm just going to use my Benefit They're Real. It's my fave. I just think it makes my lashes look so dramatic. So I'm using the shade Innocent. It's like a peachy coral. You can see they're pretty sheer, very wearable. Super moisturizing, like super moisturizing. These are like my new fave. Okay, so there you have it. There is the finished, everyday, very simple, fresh, glowing summer look. So I hope you guys like it. My London vlog is next, so look out for that in the coming days. And I will catch you guys next time. Bye!